Hey everybody, welcome back to the Lincoln Journal Stars 4 Downs. Luke Mullin and Amie Just with you with your weekly Nebraska football practice report update. And today, this is the only day we'll hear from the Huskers this week. Head coach Matt Rhule giving an update about how Nebraska plans to spend this bye week. Comes at a good point for the Huskers midway through their season. 5-1 record that they bring into this one. And Nebraska, for the most part, keeping that weekly schedule. But they're going to take a couple days this weekend to rest, recover, get some time for themselves too.
Yeah, they still need to practice, right? So, normal Monday, normal Tuesday, normal Wednesday, normal Thursday-ish, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, back on Monday.
Yeah, and this bye week also very important for some of the injuries that Nebraska's going through. Tommy Hill, a guy that Nebraska is still waiting to get back on the field there at cornerback, testing out that foot each of the last 2 weeks. Couldn't go. Still going to be a week-to-week thing. Not sure that that's going to be fully healed up by the time this bye week is done, but they're hoping that time will get him back out there as well. Kicker Tristan Alvano, a guy whose season was shut down, still really touch and go with that injury. They might try to test it out, see if he can pick things back up, but a lot of these minor injuries are more the things we're looking to heal up over this bye week.
Yeah, absolutely. And, all things considered, Nebraska's in a relatively good spot injury-wise. I mean, you go back and you look at the pregame injury report for Rutgers. Nebraska's was nowhere near that level. So there's a blessing in it. And the people who aren't hurt, get a little relief anyway. It's football. It's a physical sport. It's time to, feel a little bit better. Ty said he really needs it as one example for a physical guy who needs a little break.
Yeah, the guy's going through it, getting beat up out there every week. So definitely a chance to recover with that. But, also this midpoint of the season, good time to reflect on the snap counts, the way that they've gotten guys on the field, who's been utilized, who needs to be utilized more. The guy that we're always calling to see more out there on the field, Heinrich Haarberg, as a runner, as a receiver, he brings a lot of exciting elements to this offense. But Matt Rhule today, saying, well, it's a little bit risky, to send your backup quarterback out there, run him up the middle, do whatever. And him also saying there's just a lot of mouths to feed on this offense. You think about a Ja'Cory Barney, a Jamal Banks, Thomas Fidone. I mean, there's a lot of different pass catchers in this offense.
Yeah, and, Matt actually had a very good point, right? He's like, yeah, I want to get Fidone the ball more. I want to get Heinrich the ball more. I want to, more touches for Banks, more for Nair. Like, it's impossible to make everybody happy. But yeah, no, he definitely agrees that they need to use their more athletic people more, especially Haarberg and Fidone.
Yeah, when you get the ball in Heinrich Haarberg's hands, exciting things happen, and they'll be looking at that over the week. They'll be having conversations, of course, between coaches and players about improvements, but some conversations Matt Rhule said he's not had to have are players looking to redshirt, to enter the transfer portal. This is happening across the college football landscape. In this new era of player movement, a lot of guys, if you're not getting a lot of playing time, you could shut your season down, look to transfer, look to find a new school in the off season. Lots of different situations, different places, right? It's not a one by one case basis, but so far Matt Rhule said the guys are locked in, they're ready to play, and more than that, he's had more conversation with guys saying, hey, you need to redshirt than guys saying the opposite.
Yeah, and I'm honestly surprised that we haven't seen it more across the landscape, not necessarily here. Nebraska's different. They had the fewest guys enter the transfer portal in the offseason. Obviously, that's going to continue, right? The guys who are here want to be here, love to be here, but I'm surprised we haven't seen it more just around college football in general.
Yeah, so pretty surprising, but that was Matt Rhule's update about how things are going in that aspect for Nebraska. And after this bye week, huge one coming up. Indiana, team ranked in the top 25, and news today that's going to be big noon kickoff out there in Bloomington, big national spotlight on this game between Nebraska and Indiana. And as Matt Rhule has pointed out several times the last couple of weeks, yeah, you had people coming into the year saying, oh, yeah, that start of the season, it's going to be easy. That Indiana game's. No, this is a 6-0 undefeated opponent that's racked up the points, had a strong defense too. This is going to be one heck of a test for Nebraska.
Yeah, I agree. I do think as it stands right now, Nebraska still outmatches them a little bit, right? But definitely not what we expected. But yeah, props to Signetti. What a great job he's done there to start the season.
Absolutely. So big matchup on the horizon for Nebraska in 2 weeks' time. But Huskers, they'll be back on the practice field this week looking to get healthy over the weekend, over the bye week. And that'll do it for today's 4 Downs. This has been your Lincoln Journal Star Practice Update.